Hey guys, and welcome back to Two Girls,
One Mukbang. I'm Bears.
and I'm Butters, and thank you guys so much for coming back to dinner tonight. Tonight, we have a real white dish on the plate.
We do. We could have done this for hashtag What White People Eat Challenge. But first of all, if you haven't already, please hit that like, subscribe, notification bell.
Ding, ding, ding. Please leave us a comment. Please share. Please let us know what you think of our food.
And as you guys can see tonight, we are having something very special. We are having shepherd's pie. If you guys don't know where shepherd's pie comes from, where does it come from?
It comes from Ireland and the UK.
That's right. And tonight, basically, we have made this homemade. This took a long time. This is a labor of love.
A layer of layers of love.
Yes. So I'm going to tell you what is in this, and I wrote everything down so you guys can know what is in this beautiful concoction tonight. So, we're having shepherd's pie, and inside of it is ground turkey meat. There's carrots, there's peas, there's onions, there's garlic, there's chives, as you can see. There is gravy and homemade mashed potatoes. So in my spice mix for the gravy and for the meat, there is onion powder, garlic salt, paprika, salt, pepper, turmeric, seasoning salt, thyme, and basil. And only in the meat mixture I have some mint, ground up mint leaf. Not fresh mint, ground up mint leaf. And I'm telling you, with the peas and the meat, it just is such a beautiful, harmonious flavor.
And it's just friggin' yummy because it's an elevated shepherd's pie. Because you know, and I know, that shepherd's pie is normally typically made out of what?
Lamb. It's typically
That's right.
made out of lamb, but we don't eat lamb.
Nope,
or
we do
beef,
not.
or pork, so turkey meat it is, baby.
And if it was beef, it would be cottage pie. We're not eating that. It's shepherd's pie.
That's right, shepherd's pie. Now, Butters made the gravy.
That's
We
right.
both made the mashed potatoes and gravy, and the meat mixture I made.
That's all her.
Now, I decided the only thing that I par-cooked was the carrots. So I sauteed the carrots in a pan beforehand so they can soften up a little bit. Otherwise, they will be too hard in your shepherd's pie. So I put them in with olive oil, some carrots in a saute pan. I put some garlic, and then I put some garam masala, basil, honey at the very end, and garlic salt. That is it. And after they're par-cooked, where you can, it's still hard to poke the knife through, but you can still poke through a little bit. That's where you want them at.
That's the perfect
Then I put them in the meat mixture, and then you put gravy in the meat mixture and let that cook up for like an hour at least. And put the potatoes on top, put it in the oven at 360 for 35 to 40 minutes, and you're golden, baby.
And it is going to be delicious, and we cannot wait to eat. Speaking
Yes.
of which, let's show you guys what we have for dinner.
Yes, your plate is going to look a lot more beautiful than ours, as
Yes.
usual. But we are hungry, and we are ready to eat.
So, my plate is hot. Woo!
There you go.
And I have all mine chopped up. You can see a ton of steam coming from that baby.
Oh, hell yeah. You got to have our handy-dandy tinfoil to keep your meals hot.
Hashtag tinfoil dreams.
That's right, baby. And then here we have my plate. Oh yeah, this is a huge plate. I don't even know if I'm going to even be able to take this down.
We're going to
I
find
might have
out.
overdid it, but we shall see. Oh yeah, you can see that steam.
That's right, because you know what ends up happening? We hit that potato wall.
Yep, that steam-o-vision. And then we got our chives here. I'm going to sprinkle on top. Just a little bit of chives. Little chive time. Oh yeah.
Instead of jive time, chive
Chive
time.
time.
Jump and chive.
That's right, jumping chives. We hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, whatever you did. We had a great weekend. It was a little busy.
Yeah.
It was pretty busy, especially the mornings of the weekend.
That's
we had to
right.
do some work. We had some busy adulting to do. We hope you all had a wonderful weekend, but we're just happy you guys could join us for dinner tonight.
So we need to tell you, I ended up having to deal with some freaking drama on the weekend. So Saturday night, we were at Canada's Live, and we had to disappear for a few minutes.
That's where we're at mostly every Saturday night, unless we have to work.
Be there or be square.
That's right.
So we are there typically every Saturday night. So all of a sudden we heard this little scratch, 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 scratch. This little, like I can't even replicate the sound here. Like literally it was just scratch, 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 scratch. And it sounded like there was literally like a human being up in our attic. But there wasn't. So we had to get a broom out, poke the friggin' roof a couple times, and whatever it was kind of scurried out. So I went outside in the backyard, and guess what was hiding underneath the house? A freaking raccoon.
A freaking raccoon.
Oh my God, I'm telling you right now, this isn't the first time that this has happened. This is the second time that this has happened. And the first time we thought we fixed the situation by blocking in the grate in the back, but no, they were getting in there again. So I had to get the broom out and like kind of swat the raccoon away. And yeah, and she doesn't like that type of stuff, so she runs in the house every time there's a raccoon.
Yeah, because if one of those bites you, you know what's going to happen?
Rabies.
Rabies. And no one is cool with rabies.
And you know what the worst part was? Is we kept on hearing this noise for days. Like, we didn't know what the heck it was at first. We're like, oh, it's got to be a mouse. And then we're like, it's too loud to be a mouse.
But we'd only hear it like in the night, especially when we're laying down in bed, so it probably heard it quiet, so it probably thought it was safe to like walk around or whatever.
Clumber around.
It was weird. Like we thought it was coming from the attic. It was obviously coming from underneath the house or scratching underneath there. We don't know. This is the second raccoon that we have seen and gotten out from underneath our house. They must like tell their babies, like, we have a place you guys can go.
It's right here.
Underneath their house. Underneath these two lesbians' house. Go, like, you know, dig your little cave and enjoy your little life during the evening time. That's what's going on under our house.
Yeah, we're always having some like crazy animal action in our neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. We took care of the problem, and it's out of the house. So, well, out from underneath the house.
So I'm going to show you guys this bite that I'm going to get ready to take here, because today Bears ate her first bite first.
Because you were talking.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Oh,
man. A lot of potatoes, all those peas.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh
Look at this delicious bite. I'll give you guys a bite. Here, let me get this off the bottom so it don't drip. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And the carrots are so freaking al dente. I'm telling you, they like still taste like that carroty, earthy flavor. I love that. If you cook them too long, that flavor is lost. Lost. This is amazing. This is like comfort. This is like white people comfort food forever. Like, I'm telling you, if there was some white person lost out like on an island, like that show Lost, for a certain amount of time,
Castaways,
and you put this plate right in front of them, they would lose their mind.
Oh my God.
They'd lose their mind.
Oh my God, I'm losing my mind right now.
It's I know. So and we haven't even been lost on an island. Knock on wood. Speaking of lost on an island, we were on a trip a couple years ago to Maui, Hawaii. And we rented snorkels, which, hello, you have to do if you go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
We rented snorkels. We went snorkeling almost every single day. I think we went snorkeling like 4 days.
Out of like the 9 days.
Out of like 8 full days, 9. Yeah. Like 8 or 9 days. We snorkeled at least 4
days.
4 or 5. Why go to Hawaii and not snorkel? They have some of the most beautiful fish in the world there. So we went snorkeling. We found out some of the best places to go, not through the hotel, not through tourist people, from the locals. We found out where to go. So every day was really good, and the waters weren't too calm. Plus, we're very good swimmers. So I grew up in LA. We always had a pool growing up. I always had a pool growing up. So it's very common to swim. So I'm a good swimmer, so confident swimmer. So we decided to go out to this place, and we asked the guy, we said, how far out do you have to go to see fish?
And he's like,
about 150 feet, you got to go a ways. And we'd already gotten there at like 3 p.m., so it wasn't early in the day. It was like 2 or 3 p.m. We don't know the weather patterns or anything. So we just hop in the water. Like, my biggest concern was someone's going to, like, steal my rental car key that I had buried in the sand, okay? That was, like, my biggest concern of the day. Because then we lose the rental car,
we're in trouble.
Anyways, back to this story. That was my biggest concern. We get out there, we start swimming, we see an incredible amount of fish, we swim with the turtle. It's freaking amazing. We'll put together sometime a quick vlog of that trip, because we have some underwater footage from the GoPro. That's freaking amazing. I won't tell them any more secrets.
Oh my God, it was so amazing, guys. Like, if you ever get the chance to go to Hawaii, you really need to take that opportunity, because it is stunning. It is just like out of this world.
So, back to the story. We were there, we were swimming, and we went all the way a certain way, like a certain part out, okay? And then all of a sudden we realized, like, okay, you still have to swim back, so you don't want to swim until you're exhausted. because you got to still swim your ass back, okay?
Yes.
So we got pretty far out, and then all of a sudden we realized, okay, we got to turn around. Well, as soon as we turned around, it started getting harder to freaking swim.
Yeah, literally the wind changed direction and the water started going back out towards sea, and it wasn't because of the tides or anything.
Yeah, it was just the way, like,
wind.
we were trying to go this way, like, the shore's here, we're trying to go parallel to the shore, and the waves were kind of pushing us back that way. So we're like, oh, God. And we had already been swimming for, like, a good hour,
oh my God,
and 20 minutes. We'd already been swimming hard for, like, a while. No, like, flotation device, no rafts, nothing.
Just us and snorkels
yes,
and fins.
and fins. That was it. So after we started feeling the waves, I was already pretty far from where our stuff was, like our rental car keys and our car. And then I turned around and I did not see Butters.
Nope,
and I was like panicking because the last time I looked, she was behind me. And then I was swimming. I'm a little bit faster of a swimmer than her. And I turned around and the swells were getting bigger and I couldn't see her anywhere. And I'm like, Butters, Butters. Because her head was in the water swimming, she couldn't hear me. And I couldn't get high enough over where the waves were to even see over the waves. There. So I started like panicking on the inside and I was like, I better just swim into shore where I'm at here, even though our car parking lot is like up here. Right here, I decided here's the shore, here am I decided to swim into shore early. Well, right there is nothing but rocks.
Oh my God.
Coral and rocks. So I swim to the shore, I get up, like I think half of my like tip was hanging out of my bikini top. My hair was all, cause like it kept getting thrown in when we were going in. It was like the wave was like coming in hard the way it was crashing.
Pushing you in.
Man, over the coral and everything, I was so lucky. Knock on wood that I did not get myself cut up in that coral. So finally, I emerged from this saltwater slurry of madness, and I'm like looking for Butters up on this rock, and I finally see her. I'm like, oh, thank God I did not lose my partner on this trip to snorkeling. I really was concerned. I thought, like, if she would have drowned at that amount of time I got in, you would have been gone. Like, there's no freaking way. Like, I wouldn't have even known where you were even at. So it was freaking scary. And then Butters, I called her.
Oh my God. So
she came
this is the best part. So this is what ended up happening on my side. So she's already in shore and I see her up there and I'm not really stressed at all. I'm just taking my good old time, cruising on into the shore. I'm a little tired. I don't want to overexert myself too much because I want to get into shore okay. And I see that she gets in on that side just fine. And I start going towards her direction. And as I'm going, all of a sudden I feel myself getting like pushed up against the shore. Pushed up is like in and out and in and out. Now I didn't get cut up or anything, but I end up getting a whole bunch of algae rub up against my skin.
And then later that night in the hotel, you end up seeing you had
a rash.
A rash.
All over every spot that brushed up against the rocks. I had a rash for 3 days.
I think you still had it when we got home, actually.
I did.
Toward the end of our trip.
But it was better.
But it wasn't like itchy or irritating to you. You just had it on your skin.
Yeah.
And then, but I rubbed up against all the same coral, all the same stuff, and algae. Thank God the coral was covered in algae, so I didn't scrape my whole stomach. And I was perfectly fine. So it's just the weirdest thing.
Nope, me, nope.
And if something weird gonna happen, it'll always happen to her. Every time. Every time.
If you want to get chicken pox more than once, come talk to me.
It's always something dramatic and always. Like, it won't happen to anyone else but you.
Yeah? Exactly.
Alright, guys, now it is time for Cost of This Play! Drum roll, please, Butters!
And we're on it!
The cost of this play was $2.52, baby!
Heck yeah!
Woo! And look at this huge serving, I'm telling you.
It's massive!
Massive serving would feed any freaking dude. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to eat this whole plate of food right here. I can already tell you right now. Butters might be able to polish it off.
No,
but I am not. These potatoes are organic. This meat, the carrots, the peas, onion, all of it organic for $2.52. You can't even go down to any fast food and get that for that price.
You want to know what else is organic? All the spices.
That's right.
We use organic spices too. So
hell yeah.
You're getting a fully organic experience.
We don't feed our guests crap.
No.
We only feed them highly nutritious food so they can have energy and sustainability to go on through their day.
Heck yeah, so they can push on through.
Push on through, baby.
This time of year, on top of the time change, which I'm sure everybody's miserable about because I hate freaking losing an hour. I hate it. It sucks. It sucks having to get up an hour earlier, what it feels like. But anyhow, I'm digressing. It's also that time of year where TV shows are kind of shifting, and good shows that we love are ending, other shows that we love are finishing, and we want to talk about some of the shows that we've really enjoyed, and really enjoy in general, because there's not a lot. We don't get to watch a lot of shows. So, one of the first ones, diners, drive-ins,
and dives.
This is her favorite show.
I could marathon this show. I'm telling you. I have, like, every single season we have. And if she wasn't home and I had nothing to do, which doesn't happen anymore now that we mukbang, I could just go through the shows over and over. And that's where I get inspiration from. Take notes and make new recipes on my own.
And if you guys like diners, drive-ins, and dives, let us know down below in the comments section. Because I know a lot of you watch that show. We've heard a few of you say that.
And where was the favorite place they went when you saw the show?
Exactly. On the cooking trend, another show that we really love is a Netflix series. And what is that one?
Chef's Table.
And you know why it's her favorite show? Because she gets to see some of the most magical chefs and some of the most amazing like backdrops and hearing their stories.
And the music with it, the cinematography is so beautiful, and like the chef's story, and it shows about their life. It takes you in the interpersonal journey with the chef. Pretty cool.
And you get to see exactly where they've been, where they're going, and you know what they're up to now, kind of in a sense.
Hell yeah. Even our buddies, James and Mark, went to one of the restaurants on there in Culver City, Nanaka, which is a Japanese restaurant run by a lesbian woman
named Nikki.
So it was actually cool to hear that they actually went to her restaurant.
And they said it was amazing. Cool. They said it was amazing. And another show that we really love to watch. Now, this isn't on the cooking genre, but this is one of the only action shows that we actually like, and it's Vikings. Okay,
Hell yeah!
Skull! Every time that this show comes on, we have to play the music of the intro in its entirety.
For me.
For her. And she will sing along with it even though there's lyrics, and she knows them all.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No lyrics.
Whenever they're on, you know them. Yeah, there is.
I don't know the lyrics. I just know like the tune of the song. But that theme song for Vikings is amazing. It makes me feel like I'm being taken back to my like Viking roots, back forever ago. Another life.
No, another like few generations ago.
Right? That's true. That's true.
One of the other shows that we love that's just getting ready to start back up, Deadliest Catch.
Love that fishing show.
Love watching them friggin' fish for all this Alaskan like crab, king crab, which most of you guys are mukbanging.
I love the Viking ship and the Northwestern.
Oh yeah.
The whole crew, almost all of them are Norwegian. Love it.
I know, Sig Hansen and his crew. And then one of our other favorite shows is 90 Day Fiancé. All versions of that show. All versions. Before the 90 days, after 90 days, we don't care. We love watching these train wrecks. And then we have Extreme Love. We've talked about that one in extreme, like, excessiveness, because we just freaking love that show so much. And we can't wait and hope that there's a season 2. And then on top of that, we have Life Below Zero. Now, we used to watch that, not so much anymore. Survivor. You guys watched the new season of Survivor.
That's her favorite show.
That's my favorite show.
She likes to hear, you know, my least favorite part of Survivor is when they get to the end and when they're going to vote. And they're all yipping and yapping back and forth with each other like a bunch of gossiping women. Bunch of gossiping women. Oh, well, you don't like Amy because da-da-da-da-da. Well, I don't know how I feel about that. We're in an alliance, Shannon. Like all these politics, I just want to fast forward right through them and see the votes. I want to see the challenges and the votes. I don't give a two raps about what their inner politics are. She thinks it's great.
I love it.
Great.
I want to know who's backstabbing who. I want to know who's talking about what. I love all this stuff. When you come from a small town, you love small town politics. Even though we don't like to participate in them here, I love to watch them. I do. I love to watch them going down.
She loves all that. That's your freaking jam.
And our last show that we're super stoked about, which just recently started
last weekend,
is Sumo!
What?
We love
Sumo wrestling!
Yeah. So that's in Osaka, Japan. This one, it's the March tournament.
It's on for, what, 15 days? It's on for 15 days, so it's much longer than like a basketball game. Or so. It's like 15 days every 2 months, which we love.
And the great thing is you can watch it on NHK World's replay. You can watch all of them.
NHKworld.com.
That's right, NHK World. Go check out Sumo, Grand Sumo highlights.
Hell yeah.
This was not a paid sponsor from NHK World.
Right? Yes, we like to watch all the dude shows. Those are our favorite. Plus, we love to cook good. Cook, clean. Wow, we would make an awesome wife to a dude if we were straight. But then if we were straight, would we like all these things?
Probably not.
Probably not. Probably not.
Probably not.
It's funny to think about. Plus, we love to fish.
Oh my God, we love to fish.
Love to fish.
Oh my God, last year we bought our fishing license and we went fishing once for like 3 days, but you had to have the yearly license.
Or it wasn't worth it for the one-day price. But the thing is that it's been so freaking cold, and none of the lakes are stocked right now to even go fishing now anyway.
I
so
know.
It's springtime. It's been freaking freezing in LA. One more thing I want to talk about really quickly. It was something that happened the other day at one of our favorite stores, Costco.
We love Costco.
Costco. So we were at Costco a few nights ago, and we always have a list. I'm a list person. I don't know about you guys, but here's my napkin. I'm a list kind of girl, because you have 15 or 20 items. How the hell are you going to remember every single item? And you know as well as I do. You forget that one item you need for a dish that night or the next night, you are not going to be happy. You have to stand in those Costco lines again and deal with those jerks who don't get out of your way. When you're trying to push your cart, there's always someone that thinks, I'm the only one in the universe. Screw everyone else.
That's right.
There's always one. No, there's not always one. There's always
many.
Many. So we're at Costco. We have the list. Butters, I write the list, and then when we get to Costco, I push the cart, and Butters takes the list.
I take the list, and I go through, and I tell her what aisles we need to go down to get what, unless we're going to a new Costco, and then it gets really confusing, and it sucks. But yes, I'm always telling her what aisles to go and what we're getting from each aisle.
And I push the cart. Now, after we get an item, she crosses it off the list. Well, we had just gotten the item. We got 3 bags of frozen blueberries for morning smoothies, and she was going to cross off the item on the list. Well, she sees this cart slash, it wasn't a cart, it wasn't a grocery cart, it's a flatbed cart, okay? Flatbed grocery cart with a bunch of boxes stacked up.
Stacked 6 feet high
on high.
Boxes.
So Butters decides, you know what, I'm going to go up to these boxes and I'm going to cross off on the list of the item. Well, she goes to do that, and I'm going to put a picture in right here so you can see what happened. Right here, baby. So now you guys can see what I have to deal with 24/7. When we're together, Butters comes up with these wild ideas. Hey, there's a bunch of empty boxes. Let's go, do a list of all these empty boxes. They all fall. I'm already pushing the cart down the aisle. I look back because I knew who it was. I knew who it was who the noise was coming from. I turn around, and sure as it is, it's Butters standing there like, what did I do? And I'm like, just stay there right now. This is going on the mukbang. I'm taking a picture right now. The family needs to see what I have to deal with and what goes on the regular.
But I don't get embarrassed over that type of stuff. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, because you're not the one that's with someone that's doing all these embarrassing things all the time. Of course you're not embarrassed. They're looking at me like, who's this person that you're with? They're not looking at you looking at that. They're like, what are you doing with this person?
Listen, no, they're looking at me saying, what the hell are you doing? Like,
and it was very obvious that there was other people that just walked up.
They're thinking, bless her heart.
Yeah, bless her heart.
So yeah, you can take a girl to Costco, but you can't make her behave.
That's right. That's right. Woo.
Oh, I think I'm done.
I think I'm done too. I am full. I knew I couldn't eat that whole plate of food. My eyes were bigger than my stomach tonight because I was so freaking hungry.
That's what I got left.
That's what I got left.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. Not too much, but there's still some.
We got some food for later.
Yes, for later or mañana.
That's right.
We hope you guys are having a good week so far. Whatever you guys are doing, working, days off, vacationing, chilling, freezing your butts off in the snow.
And we hope that time change didn't mess you up too much.
Whatever it may be, we hope you guys are having a wonderful week so far. We hope you know that these 2 girls love you to the moon, baby. Mwah. And if you haven't already, please hit that like, subscribe, notification bell.
That's right.
We'd really appreciate it. We hope you've enjoyed your dinner. We hope you've enjoyed your plate. And we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
And we want to make sure that we thank our old subs, our new subs,
and our OG subs, baby. Our OG subs.
Yes, and thank you guys for coming to dinner. We always love having you here. Hit that notification bell. You know when these two lesbians, let's be honest, you want to come to dinner with us.
We cook the bomb food,
That's right.
Cook the bomb food. And thank you guys so much for coming to the Two Girls
One Mukbang Nation, where the food is great,
but the love is greater. Bye.